Targum Ruth, Ruth 3:5, the second part. The shortness of this verse allows us to spend a moment looking at a text-critical issue. So in the text we see on the screen, we have a lie, and it's in brackets. Why is that? Well, let's look at the Leningrad Codex. And where that word is, we have only the vowels of the word and not the word itself. So if we look at the circle at the top, it's referring us to the Masoretic note, which basically has a lie, those consonants, and this is the Kare abbreviation, and not, so that's the Vav, Lamed, Aleph, and not written. So basically a lie is said and not written, the explanation in the margin. Now, let's go to the BHQ of Ruth and see what text-critical information appears there. It's a lot more than in the BHS. So looking at it to understand what's going on, here is the Septuagint. So that's the G. Now, as for verse 5 in the Septuagint, it says, "But Ruth said to her, 'Everything which you say, I will do.'" So there's really no "to me" included in the Greek. Good. So we've looked at the Greek evidence. Next up, let's look at the Vulgate, the Latin, and we look at that verse. Basically, she said, "Everything you say, I'll do." So that gives us the Latin, where the Greek and the Latin, like the Hebrew, lack a "to me" word. Now let's look at the second part. That would bring us to Syriac. So here is the Western font. It's called the Certo font of Syriac, and I've placed it in the transliteration of what the Hebrew Aramaic letters would be there. And you see the "to me" is present in the Peshitta, in the Syriac. So we now look at the Targum, which is where we've been headed all along. And this is Levine's critical text of the Targum. And we see clearly there the "to me." And the explanation here of what we see in the BHQ is that this is to emphasize everything you say to me, to make it more specific about what Ruth is talking about. So that having been said, let's now return to Ruth 3:5 and continue our reading in Targum Ruth.